Hey there, my fellow Commander players, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. How's it going? I hope your Commander games are treating you well. Are you looking for some powerful and underplayed commanders to up your EDH experience? If so, you, my friend, have stumbled upon a gem of a video. Ah yes, I'm going to be sharing with you some hidden gems, some underplayed mono-colored commanders that don't get to see the glorious gaming board too often. Being monocolored means these commanders are a single color type, so you can actually make some great savings building a deck like this, as you won't have to buy those fancy, expensive multicolored lands. So, if you've been wanting something spicy and underplayed to bring to the table, look no further. Talking about glorious gaming boards, you may be needing a glorious gaming mat. If this is true, then you need to check out my friends at Primal Designs. They make fantastic playmats with amazing artwork. Their playmats are made with great care and are incredibly durable. So, if you're looking for a top-notch playmat to up your Commander games, then I've got a great discount code for you and it's really easy to claim. Simply click the link that pops up now in the right-hand corner of my YouTube video and it will direct you to a landing page which is offering an exclusive offer on Primal Design playmats for my YouTube viewers. Simply claim the coupon, add your email and away you go. You can even find the link in my YouTube description. I also recently made a Patreon, feel free to check it out, the link is in my description below. Okie dokie, without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's dive into these commanders. Number 1. Saryth, the Viper's Fan. A legendary human warlock creature that costs 2 green and 2 generic mana to cast. She has 3 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Other tapped creatures you control have Death Touch. Other untapped creatures you control have Hexproof. For 1 generic mana and tap, untap another target creature or land you control. Saryth has a large range of great and powerful abilities. She offers a rather unique experience as 2 of her abilities can be split differently among creatures you control, based on whether they are tapped or untapped. If they're tapped, which usually means they're attacking, they gain Death Touch, which allows us to get away with more aggressive strategies. And if our creatures are untapped, they have Hexproof, giving them some very nice protection. Lastly, we also have the ability to untap a target creature or land we control, which can lead to all sorts of fun, spicy plays and good mana acceleration. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 2. Starscream, Power Hungry. This is a 2-sided commander. Side 1 says, Starscream, Power Hungry. A legendary artifact robot creature that costs 1 black and 3 generic mana to cast. More than meets the eye. For 2 generic and 1 black, you may cast this card converted for 2 generic mana and 1 black. Flying, whenever you draw a card, if you're the monarch, target opponent loses 2 life. Whenever 1 or more creatures deal combat damage to you, convert Starscream. Side 2 says, Starscream, Seeker Leader. Living metal. As long as it's your turn, this vehicle is also a creature. Flying, menace, haste. Whenever Starscream deals combat damage to a player, if there is no monarch, the player becomes the monarch. Whenever you become the monarch, convert Starscream. Oof, a lot of text here. Okay, so a lot of text on these double-sided cards, but this one in particular is very good. Plus, it's from the Transformers universe, so if you're into Transformers, you'll likely enjoy playing Starscream. Starscream's flying ability allows him to easily evade ground-based blockers, making it difficult for your opponents to stop him from attacking and triggering his ability. Starscream encourages an aggressive playstyle, as you want to attack with him as often as possible to take advantage of his cool abilities. This can put pressure on your opponents and help you quickly establish dominance on the battlefield. Bringing the Monarch mechanic to the game is always an enjoyable experience, making Starscream a great addition to many Commander tables. You can buy this commander for around $1.50. Number 3. Etali, Primal Storm. A legendary elder dinosaur creature that costs 2 red and 4 generic mana to cast. It has 6 power and 6 toughness and says the following. Whenever Etali, Primal Storm attacks, exile the top card of each player's library. Then you may cast any number of spells from among those cards without paying their mana costs. So this one is a super sweet creature that boasts an incredibly aggressive playstyle. From its art all the way to its card text, Itali screams rage. Many players have likely seen Etali, Primal Storm, in the 99 of many commander decks. However, Etali as a commander is rather underplayed, well in my opinion anyway. Being able to exile the top card of each player's library when he attacks is rewarding and pleasurable experience, as we get to cast any number of spells among the cards exiled without having to pay their mana costs. This is huge. This leads to highly explosive turns. If you can find ways to double up his trigger, you will likely absolutely adore piloting this commander. The only downside is that hefty 6 mana, which yes, in mono red can be tricky to achieve, so make sure you cast this when no chance of counter magic can appear. Make sure those blue players are tapped, and then throw on some hexproof if you can to your Itali creature. If you succeed, then this wondrous dinosaur will be chilling and killing with great happiness. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 4, Fran, the Last Troll. A legendary troll shaman creature that costs 2 green and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 4 power and 4 toughness and says the following. This spell can't be countered. Hexproof, this creature can't be the target of spells or abilities your opponents control. For 1 generic mana and 1 green mana, regenerate Fran, the Last Troll. Okay, I absolutely adore Fran. I think he is one of the best Voltron commanders out there, and that's mainly due to his wonderful kits. He is incredibly versatile, offering great protection, which makes playing against Fran feel like you're battling against a massive steel shield or a colossus wall. He holds the ground well. He can be pumped up fast in mono green equipment aura decks. He offers a unique approach to Voltron, as you can play aggressively all while having fantastic protection and safety slapped onto your awesome troll shaman. He honestly is a blast to play, and you can buy this commander for around $1.50. Number 5, Grenzo, Havoc Razor. A legendary goblin rogue creature that costs 2 red mana to cast. He has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, choose 1. Gold target creature that player controls, or exile the top card of that player's library. Until the end of turn, you may cast that card, and you may spend mana as though it were mana of any colour to cast that spell. Grenzo is a hyper fun commander to use. Grenzo decks usually are incredibly aggressive and fast paced. I rarely see him in action, in fact I don't even see him in the 99. Grenzo has a very unique and solid kit, allowing you to either gold creatures or exile cards from your opponent's decks, and cast them. His playstyle is fast and aggressive, offering card advantage which is pretty unique in mono red decks. No game feels the same with Grenzo, as he brings randomness to the table. You never know what you're going to exile from your friends' libraries. This makes piloting Grenzo always feel refreshing. You can buy this commander for around $2. Number 6, Mangada Diplomat. A legendary human cleric creature that costs 1 white and 3 generic mana to cast. He has 2 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Lifelink. Whenever an opponent attacks with creatures, if 2 or more of those creatures are attacking you and or a planeswalker you control, draw a card. Whenever an opponent casts their second spell each turn, draw a card. So, Mangada's ability allows you to draw a card whenever an opponent attacks you with creatures. This can help you refill your hand and stay ahead on cards in a multiplayer game. It's an odd concept, as you usually don't want to be attacked, but with Mangada, it's not so bad. In fact, you kind of lean towards wanting to be attacked. Drawing cards is and always will be a relevant and powerful ability. We also draw cards if an opponent casts a second spell each turn. This can deter opponents from casting their stuff, as they'll likely not like the idea of us drawing a card. Overall, Mangada is a card drawing machine, and this is something refreshing for white decks. You can buy this commander for around $3. Number 7, Legalis, Master Archer. A legendary elf archer creature that costs 2 green and 1 generic mana to cast. He has 1 power and 4 toughness and says the following. Reach. Whenever you cast a spell that targets Legolas, Master Archer, put a +1/+1 counter on Legolas. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you don't control, Legolas deals damage equal to its power to up to 1 target creature. Do you like Lord of the Rings? I bet you do. Most people seem to actually like Lord of the Rings, so yeah. Well, Legolas will definitely spark your interest. This commander is super sweet and versatile, boasting a lot of cool abilities for just 3 total mana. Cast spells and pump up our commander Legolas, in return giving him +1/+1 counters as a reward. Then try and cast spells on a creature we don't control and trigger Legolas' final ability, which will make our commander shoot an arrow straight into the target creature, hopefully strong enough to wipe that creature off the map. or off the battlefield. Legalis is awesome, and you can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 8. Inti, Seneschal of the Sun. A legendary human knight creature that costs 1 red and 1 generic mana to cast. Inti has 2 power and 2 toughness and says the following. Whenever you attack, you may discard a card. When you do, put a +1/+1 counter on target attacking creature. It gains trample until end of turn. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card until your next end step. Inti has a low mana cost of 2 and has the ability to pump out damage quickly, allowing for an aggressive playstyle. This can put pressure on opponents early in the game and force them to react. Inti offers a unique twist to the game as he rewards us whenever we discard a card, which is something you don't usually want to be doing. Being able to discard bad cards in your hand to hopefully draw something better is an incredibly efficient ability that can help you clutch wins. Overall, Inti is an aggressive commander that can shake up your games in the blink of an eye and can be enjoyable while doing it. You can buy this commander for around $5. Number 9. Omarthis, Ghostfire Initiate. A legendary Spirit Naga creature that costs X and X mana to cast. It has 0 power and 0 toughness and says the following. Omarthis enters the battlefield with X +1/+1 counters on it. Whenever you put 1 or more +1/+1 counters on another colorless creature, you may put a +1/+1 counter on Omarthis. When Omarthis dies, manifest a number of cards from the top of your library equal to the number of counters on it. Okay, Omarthis is a hyper unique commander, mainly because of the fact it is a colorless commander, something we rarely see, and when we do, they're not usually that good. However, Omarthis is excellent. He offers a unique ability that allows players to build a deck that focuses on colorless spells and artifacts. This can lead to interesting and diverse gameplay, as players can utilize a variety of powerful colorless cards. Playing a colorless commander like Omarthis Ghostfire Initiate can offer a unique and challenging playstyle that can be fun and rewarding for players. Building a deck around colorless spells and artifacts requires careful planning and strategy, making the gameplay both dynamic and engaging. We also get to manifest cards from the top of our library when Omarthis dies, which is a pretty unique and interesting mechanic to play with. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 10, the final card on my list, and a highly unique one, Blind Seer. A legendary human wizard creature that costs 2 blue and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 3 power and 3 toughness and says the following. For 1 generic and 1 blue mana, target spell or permanent becomes the color of your choice until the end of turn. Blind Seer is definitely a distinctive individual, a special commander that offers an incredibly unique game style. At a first glance, this commander actually looks terrible, but once built correctly utilizing its strengths, Blind Seer can bring a large impact to your commander games and be very powerful. Use Blind Seer's ability to turn spells or permanents to the color of your choice, and then cast a range of wacky spells that do certain things to specific colors. Spells such as Insight and Well-Laid Plans, for example, can do some really cool things in a Blind Seer deck. Talking about Blind Seer actually makes me want to build a deck with him. Definitely think about doing that. And you can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Alrighty, we have arrived to the end of my list. What did you think of the commanders listed in this video? Have you built any of them before? Is there one here you would like to try? Let me know in the comment section below. I adore reading your comments and always try my best to answer them all. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the 2 videos that should pop up on the screen around now. Please could you drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future commander content. Remember to check out Paramount Designs, their playmats are glorious. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.